Welcome to SVG-TV News for Wednesday, August 2nd, 2017. I am Rochelle Batiste with the details. Queen's Counsel Panel Campbell has issued a call for Emancipation Day celebrations to be returned to its original celebration date on the first Monday of August, widely known as August Monday. Speaking on his weekly televised program, The Law on You, on SVG-TV on Monday night, Campbell said that his call is based on a number of reasons.
It makes sense for a number of reasons to have a public holiday on a Monday rather than any other day of the week, in that everybody gets a long weekend. And when I was little, we looked forward to August Monday. It was a big thing. Now, for the last few years in St. Vincent and Grenadines, not much happens by way of organized activities for Emancipation Day. And I haven't heard of anything spectacular that is going to take place tomorrow. It's supposed to be a very important commemoration, you know, commemorating the freedom from slavery, the official freedom from slavery. So I want to yet again ask the authorities to rethink the idea of having the August holiday, the Emancipation holiday, back to the first Monday in August, so that everybody would know August Monday is coming and you can plan accordingly.
The Queen's Counsel added that those who argued for the change of date in order to keep the significance of Emancipation Day have missed the point of what the day's celebrations should be about.
As long as I have breath, I would keep urging the authorities to rethink. I could understand the sentiment that led to the change, but sometimes you have to really analyze a change and ask yourself whether it has been a change for the better. And I think the significance of the emancipation has been lost by having the first day in August celebrated rather than the first Monday. So PR says bring back August Monday.
Meantime, the Queen's Counsel hailed the late Oscar Allen as one of SVG's unsung heroes. Campbell recalled Allen as a man of deep and profound intellectual attainments who over the past 50 years has been a national educator.
The 1979 political turmoil, when Oscar, the then acknowledged leader of a group based in Diamond called AWI, and other progressive groups got together to form a political party called the United People's Movement, the UPM. Upful is the word was our slogan. And I recall that every time Oscar spoke, it was with profundity, with clarity. He never raised his voice, always very soft-spoken, but logical and reasonable. He was truly an emancipated brother who did quite a lot to lift the consciousness of all persons who came in contact with him, particularly those in the Diamond community.
Extending his sympathies to the family and friends of the late community and social activists, Campbell further reflected on some of Allen's work.
I remember Oscar carrying on debates with persons like Simeon Green, Earlene Horn, Renwick Rose. We will surely miss the brother. Not to mention his articles in the newspaper, to which I certainly look forward to Week after week, Oscar had a lot to do with the education of persons like Casper London, the ideological education, uncompromising and so very soft-spoken. May his soul rest in peace.
Immigration officers here have often been criticized for the way they operate, and in Parliament on Monday, July 31st, 2017, Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves spoke candidly about the operations of the Immigration Department, stating that the excessive procedures and restrictions might hinder visitors from returning to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, noting that the government is spending millions for the development of SVG's tourism product. PM Gonsalves appealed to immigration officers to use their expertise and discretion as to when and with whom to be cautious. Nalisha Miller tells us more in this report.
Here we are spending millions and millions of dollars encouraging people to come to St. Vincent. But yet, it is framed in a way to restrict people.
Prime Minister and Minister of National Security Dr. Ralph Gonsalves in Parliament on Monday, July 31st, 2017, expressed disappointment over what he termed as the excessive restrictions being placed on visitors by the Immigration Department.
People come in here all the time. There was a German gentleman about whom a complaint had been written. He's coming here year after year. But you will think that this gentleman, if he says he wants to spend 2 months or 3 months, that you just give him the 2 months or 3 months? They say, no. 1 week. That is absurd. Absolutely ridiculous. There are some cases they will keep people's passports. I ask them, what is their authority for keeping people's passports?
Stating that it is an ongoing battle with the department, the Prime Minister said he does not want SVG to fall in line with several other regional countries who have harbored a bad reputation due to their strict immigration laws and procedures. He appealed to immigration officers to exercise their discretion as to when to be cautious when dealing with visitors.
While you have to protect the country from terrorists, smugglers, and the like, your instinct must not be to keep people out. We know the experience that some of our own citizens face in some Caribbean countries. I don't want that to be happening here.
The National Security Minister added, however, that in an effort to combat such challenges, the government has taken the approach to train its personnel so as to build the immigration service into a quality one.
So we have done a lot of training, and we bring people in, and we're trying to get persons who, in addition to having good CXCs and A levels, for them to have French and Spanish.
Opposition leader Dr. Godwin Friday also expressed similar sentiments to that of the Prime Minister, noting that at times it is unnecessary the procedures one has to follow.
Beyond the fact that they feel slighted, they feel unwelcome, there is the issue of having to sign a bond, get the person from whom you're renting or somebody, a friend, to sign a bond to say that at the end of your 4 weeks or 3 weeks or whatever, or 3 months period, that you will return to your country of origin, and they are responsible for signing this bond on your behalf. And these are people who come back year after year after year.
Minister of Economic Planning Camilo Gonzalez shared a different view on the issue, noting that while he supports more visitors coming to SVG, one cannot be too cautious and slight some of the persons who enters the country.
I too want immigration to be more welcoming and less restrictive, particularly as we want tourists to come to our country. But if, God forbid, we let one criminal in, people are going to say, how he got in? Who stamped his passport? It's a very delicate balancing act that these individuals have to do, to be welcoming, to be a pleasant face of your country, but to always also be on the alert.
Minister Gonzalez further commended the efforts of the immigration officers, stating that while more training needs to be done, he believes the officers' hearts are in the right place. Nolisha Miller, The Evening News.
Despite being critical of the strict immigration procedures here, PM Gonzalez sang high praises for the immigration officers stationed at the Argyle International Airport. He said the reports he has received thus far have been exceptional, noting that the main aim is to offer quality service to all visitors.
And I must say that the reports that I've gotten of the immigration since they've gone to the international airport has been excellent results, excellent reports. They allow them to go through quickly. But the few persons who are flagged under the APIS, the Advanced Passenger Information System, those are the ones who you can pull out of the line, and in any case, located right there are special branch officers. Special branch meaning the security officers, the intelligence officers of the state, to do whatever questioning it is. So there is no need, frankly, for any inordinate delay. All of those changes have taken place, you know. Sometimes people speak without knowing that these changes have taken place and what is happening.
The Prime Minister further made note of the Advanced Passenger Information System, which he indicated is a regional system which assists immigration officers to identify suspecting passengers in advance of the scheduled flights.
In any event, we have an Advanced Passenger Information System. So before the passengers arrive in St. Vincent, I don't know how many persons know this, we in immigration, and I say we in immigration because I had the Ministry of National Security in which immigration is located. The Advanced Passenger Information System comes in. This is a region-wide system, and the system which dovetails with the international. So any quote-unquote bad boy or girl who is coming in, that person is already flagged. So you really, at immigration, should be dealing with the other persons very quickly.
In other news, the RSVG police force is currently seeking the assistance of the public in locating this man, Marlon Chance, aka Makiba Mushi, a 23-year-old farmer of Walvaro. According to the police, he is wanted in connection with aggravated burglary and indecent assault, which occurred at Kane Hall on the 1st of March 2017. The public is being warned that Chance is considered armed and dangerous and should be approached with caution. Anyone with information as to his whereabouts are asked to call the Assistant Commissioner of Police at telephone number 451-2467 or 457-1211 extension 217, or the officer in charge of CID at telephone numbers 45-61810 or any police station. The Carnival Development Corporation is being commended for its efforts invested in the 2017 production of Vincy Mas. The commendation came from Tourism and Culture Minister Cecil Sesmaki in Parliament on Monday, noting that this year's festivities were of much significance as it was the 40th anniversary of the June-July Mars. Minister Mackey said the CDC did not disappoint and further commended all private stakeholders as well as the government for their input in helping to lift the quality of the festival.
I want to say thanks to the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines for providing some additional funds this year, because we knew that we wanted to make the 40th anniversary of Vincy Mas in June, July special. So thanks to the government for extending that additional assistance to the CDC. The CDC, through its new chairman, Mr. Ricky Adams, and new chairperson of the Beauty Shows Committee, and to the new board that was established, I want to say congratulations for putting on an outstanding show. They knew that they had to do something special as we celebrated 40 this year, and they started very early, going regionally and also further afield in North America and the UK to ensure that early promotion was done beginning last year, so persons were sensitized very early. And I think this was reflected in the very visible numbers on the streets of Kingston and throughout St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I think we had lots of persons in for Vinci Mass.
Noting that the estimation of the number of visitors in the country during the Carnival period is yet to be confirmed, Minister Mackey also expressed gratitude for the operation of the Argyle International Airport.
Of course, the Argyle International Airport allowed and facilitated the ease of persons coming to the destination, and I'm sure that that would have been an additional attraction for persons to come to St. Vincent and the Grenadines for Carnival this year. I want to also congratulate the CDC on the initiatives that they put in place. They had the 4 decades celebrating the 40 years of Carnival. All shows went down very well, were very well patronized by persons coming in for the opening of the Argyle International Airport and for other activities, but Vincentians turned out in large numbers. There was also the rural carnivals, all were very well patronized as well, and bigger than usual, and it means that the early start and promotion of Vinci Mass paid dividends there as well. We also had the introduction of the Soca semi-finals and the Evo 4.0 show, and those went down very well. And we also had the introduction of judging of the mass bands in Tokyo.
Parents and students are being encouraged to utilize education as a tool for positive change in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The encouragement comes at a scholarship award ceremony hosted earlier today by Flow SVG Limited. This year's ceremony saw 26 students receiving awards, an increase of 10, with the new awardees being the successful participants of the Lions Club reading competition, as well as the children of employees and customers of the company. The company's country manager, Wayne Hull, said the scholarship program forms part of the company's corporate social responsibility.
This is my 3rd year as country manager giving out these awards, and each time I am always proud that Flow can make this commitment to both our employees and to the general public who are customers of Flow services as we make this significant investment in education. The annual Flow Scholarship is really a cornerstone of what we call our corporate social responsibility program, and that I expect to continue even beyond my years here at Flow. And you know, I think forever until the company fails to remain in existence. So we would continue to do this program.
Hull said the scholarship seeks to reward excellent performances and encourage the students to continue to work hard throughout their academic lives.
Agree with me that this is a substantial investment, and I think we have about close to over 20 students who are on this program annually. And if you do the maths, you see the level of investment we are doing every year to education in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I just want to say to the students, I wish to point out that your academic achievements does not end here. And I want to encourage you to continue to work extremely hard so that you can maintain these excellent grades. In fact, you know, for you to receive your scholarship annually, you must maintain your excellent performance in school. So that portion is very, very important, and you take that all the way up to the community college level.
Dixon Finley, a representative of the Ministry of Education, noted that children are the future of the nation and called on them to use their education as a tool to bring about positive change.
To make sure that they develop. They are the future of St. Vincent. And late Eric Williams, in Trinidad and Tobago, when he was giving his independence speech to students, he said the future of Trinidad lies in the school bag. And some persons made good calypsos after that, saying that when they look in the school bag, they see guns and they see this. But in St. Vincent, what we want is when you look into the school bags, I want us to see productivity, prosperity, good behavior, talented students, students who are creative, students who are going to be focused, and students who are willing to make a change. To say, I can do better than my parents did. I can use education to change the world, as Mandela postulated.
Finley further advised parents not to be quick to blame the Ministry of Education when their child is not successful, noting that they too must take a proactive approach in the educational development of their child.
Do not blame the Ministry of Education when your child or children do not succeed. You have a responsibility to ensure that your student, that your child go to school regularly and that they are punctual. When they come home, you have to ensure that you check up on them. When they are using the internet, you have to ensure that what they are doing is productive. You should ensure that you know all your friends on Facebook and what they are up to ensure that you have good control, because some parents leave it up to the child, and when they fail, when the child fail, they blame others. Let us work together to ensure that St. Vincent and the Grenadines is a better place for all of us.
As it continues to contribute to the educational development of the nation's youth, the Basil Charles Education Foundation earlier today presented 6 young persons with its 2017 scholarship and bursary awards. At the handing over ceremony, the awardees were encouraged to thrive for excellence as they now join the ranks of some 220 students who have and continue to excel both academically and professionally through the support of the foundation. Nikita Tony tells us more in this report.
Since inception in 1995, the Basil Charles Education Foundation has contributed to the educational development of some 220 students across St. Vincent and the Grenadines, as it strives to ensure that the nation's youth are afforded a chance to a proper education. Earlier today, Wednesday, August 2nd, 6 recipients joined the line of young individuals who have benefited from the foundation through its scholarship and bursary awards program. Giving a brief overview of the work being undertaken by the foundation, founder Basil Charles noted that the entity has set a standard in assisting students so that they can be better placed in gaining a proper education.
In 2010, we started a early childhood program which help children in preschool, and started a very nutritional program to help these kids. One of our first recipients, his name is Razabot Humphrey. He come from Peruvian Vale, and this guy excelled beyond our wildest dream, and he still worked for the Caribbean Development Bank in St. Kitts. The time being, I only know of one student who didn't finish school. So we're doing very well. Currently, we have 26 students at various schools around St. Vincent.
Thanking all trustees for their continued support, Charles further highlighted that most of the foundation's funds are generated from an annual blues festival, which he intends to get Vincentians more involved in.
Mystique mostly, and we took it back way. Sometimes we come to St. Vincent, we are going to, hopefully from next year, we're going to make St. Vincent a really prominent feature of the Blues Festival, so that people in St. Vincent who are, which is where most of the funds go to, could support the Blues Festival and actually be part of the most incredible blues festival in the Caribbean.
Chairperson of today's events, Karen Nero, who is also a social worker, took the opportunity to encourage the 2017 recipients to put their best foot forward.
Education now is like a competition. You have to work hard, you have to forget about the gadgets, right? Persons are making sacrifices where you can be whoever you want to be. You are ordinary children, and I'm sure that you can have extraordinary minds once you put your best into your schoolwork. So let me encourage you parents again to be responsible with your children. If there's any problems that you're having, you need extra lessons, you can come right here at the bar and speak to one of us, and we would see how much we can assist you.
The 2017 scholarship holders are Zenald Games, Orlando Henry, Shade Regisford, and Carissa Moses, while bursary awards went to Trevor Peniston and Naima Simmons. Nikita Tony reporting for SVG-TV News.